Alrighty, so today we are jumping in with another video from my car on my lunch break, and today the video is going to be about, I'm thinking about titling it, Time to Start Enjoying Things Again. And what do I mean when I say this? What I'm trying to get at is the reality that we live in right now, where I feel like we're inundated with so much new content, new stuff, new marketing for new things, Instagram Reels, TikTok, short time span, XYZ algorithm recommended me video after video on YouTube. And, this all kind of started with me turning off my history and also by extension my recommendations on YouTube. But I feel like we live in a situation right now, and maybe it's just me and other people like me, and I'm in a minority, but I feel like it's more than just me. But it's like you go in the past, right? You would go to watch a movie or something, you put in the DVD, you watch it from start to finish, like actually watching the movie, doing nothing else at the same time. And then you really absorbed that movie, got to experience it, understand what it was trying to tell you. Maybe you learned something from it. And then you go about, move on your day, and possibly, walk around in life slightly enlightened, you know? But I feel like nowadays it's like you go pick a movie on streaming, go to start watching it. All of a sudden I got my phone in my hand. I'm looking up things to buy. All of a sudden I'm looking up videos on YouTube while I'm watching something on Netflix or Amazon or something like that. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I have no idea what's going on in my show. And I'm like, maybe I just want to watch something else. And I just completely leave that and go do something else. I'm telling you all this convoluted story to basically build the example of, I feel like today, none of us are really sitting down and starting something from start to finish, at least when we're being entertained, and actually getting enjoyment out of it. Now, you may be watching videos from start to finish on YouTube where, it just keeps playing video after video because you're not really paying attention to it. But, like, when's the last time you, 100%ed a video game? I bet you could think of one or two in the last year that you're able to do. But out of all the ones that you've been able to pick up, I'm speaking to gamers, obviously. How many of them have you been able to truly even finish the campaign, but 100% the game? And I personally pick up a lot of video games, especially retro ones, and I like looking at, because I'm moving from one place to another right now, looking at my collection of stuff. I'm like, I've got tons of stuff here that I picked up, albeit for cheap, but that I saw because I thought it was going to be a good title or somebody had recommended it to me before. And I pick it up, I get real excited to play it. I play it for like 20 minutes a day, I get it. And then I'm busy with other things and I don't touch it for months. Um, I recognize at this point I'm rambling, but I hope what I'm trying to get across is getting across, right? Like, how many times have you bought a bunch of books that you intended to read and you get pieces from all of them, but then you don't actually read them from start to finish? How many TV shows have you started and then you get a season in and you just don't finish it? Like, all of these sort of things, I feel like are so much more common today because we just can't stay focused on finishing one thing, or we're just not able to be engaged enough in order to actually get the value out of what we're trying to consume. And then therefore we go trying to latch on, do other things, and like maximize the content value that we're getting at that time period. So long story short, I think that that's happening today, and I think it's time for us to stop. Changing my YouTube history to basically so that it doesn't track my history and therefore it doesn't give me recommendations has completely changed the way that I've interacted with YouTube. Now I only see my subscription feed, and I've started manicuring my subscriptions to make sure it's only videos that when I log on to YouTube, I'm trying to see a video from this person. If I see a video posted like 5 times in a row and I skip it every single time, it's like, okay, maybe I don't even want to watch these videos, right? But using the application this way has fundamentally changed the experience for me. I'm now watching a lot more educational content, a lot more content about the stuff I'm actually interested in, and a lot less garbage, political adjacent, like slop that I don't even, to be honest, I don't even know when I started watching that stuff on purpose, right? If at all. And then now, if I were to have my recommendations on, I feel like half my feed is stuff. Even if I agree with it, it's annoying because it's like I'm not trying to be this weird, like, politically conscious person every second of the day. I don't want to hear about every anxiety inducing thing that's happening in the media every day. I just want to log on to YouTube and watch a video about a guy fixing a retro console so that he can do something special with it, or play a video game that he otherwise couldn't play, or something like that. Or I want to watch a video about somebody that's coding an application to solve a certain problem, or maybe I want to watch a video that describes a certain thing that's going on in my industry, or maybe I want to watch a video about a skill that I have yet to learn, or something like that, right? But that is a much more valuable use of my time than like whatever the hell the slop that the algorithm was trying to feed me was, right? And it's like, when we're talking about social media and stuff, I understand. I used to consume a lot of memes on the Explore page and things like that as well. So it's like, that's not something that really bothers me. But, I can understand the appeal there. But, realistically, what should you be using your time doing? Are you getting the maximum value out of your time when you're letting something just serve up all the slop to you and you eat it up, and you're not even making a conscious choice into what you're doing? And then the rare times that you do make a conscious choice into what you're consuming, you're letting all these other things, get in your way and basically ruin the experience. So, sorry, there's this guy that just parked literally right in front of me. He's like fucking staring at me. So, but the reality, the point of what I'm going to try to say today, just to try to wrap it up here quickly, is that, I think it's time to start enjoying things a little bit more. So me personally, what am I going to do? I'm going to continue to keep my history on my YouTube off so that I'm only looking at my subscriptions. But also, when I look at my giant mound of games that I have, or books that I have yet to read, or music albums that I have yet to explore, I'm going to then look at that pile of things and go, this is my pile to work through, right? This is my backlog. And when I pick out a game, I'm going to do this game from start to finish. When I pick out a book, I'm going to read this book from start to finish, so on and so forth, right? And then once I'm done with that, I can move on to something else. I'm not going to be incredibly strict about it. I don't think there's really any need to do that. I think it's possible to do multiple things at once. Like, for example, on my computer right now, I'm running through a playthrough of Devil May Cry PS2, and I'm also playing Ghost of Tsushima on the PS5. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing to do in this scenario. But long story short, I would like to make a pact that for the rest of this year at least, I'm going to try to sit down and finish things when I start them, even if it's something as simple as, these different things I'm enjoying entertainment-wise. Because ultimately, I think that not only are we being brainwashed by all this algorithmic stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm not enjoying things the same way I used to anymore, and I would like to. So, with that being said, that's the end of the video. Like I said, I am going to be uploading more videos. I appreciate all the people that watched the last video. If you made it to this point, please subscribe, because I would imagine you want to see more of my videos. And I just recommended that you turn off the thing that recommends you videos. So you're never going to see my videos again if you don't subscribe to me. So that being said, please subscribe. And that's the end of the video. I will catch you guys on the next one.